Robinhood, Liz, because this is fascinating. Amid this whole drama of what you're both sides of the story there, but it is significant that amid this sort of fallout from Melvin Capital and his own investment in it and his bailout of it, he did reopen Point 72. We do not know how much money they raised. Now let's turn to Robinhood, Liz, because this is fascinating. Amid this whole drama of whether Robinhood can handle trades, and we've been way out ahead of this, particularly in shooting down the notion that Robinhood is in some sort of cabal with hedge funds to screw the little guy. It couldn't be further from the truth. The logic dictates that it's insane. One problem, though, that Robinhood does have is this: it is an app, but it is really a broker dealer. They were unprepared for the storm that came at them. And what they do know is that they have to, at least for now, halt any plans to go public. The theory was that this year, given their massive expansion and growth of users, they would come public this year. I'm not saying they won't come public this year, but that conversation, from what I hear internally, is off the table. So what's on the table? What's on the table now is surviving and shoring up the system. As you know, they raised capital. We were first to signal that this morning, that there would be another capital raise, more money that they were going to be able to access. They're going to have to get their controls in order. They're going to have to know their customers better. By the way, one of the tenets of securities laws for broker dealers is you have to know your customer, and that's something that I think Robinhood is going to have to deal with going forward before they go public. Because if you know your customer is a gambler, well, how much margin do you let them use? Do they have to put down on only cash? How do you deal with that customer? And that's clearly something that Robinhood's going to deal with, and I think that's what they're dealing now before any sort of plans to go public. Because the whole issue here, and again, I don't think this is, I never believed that they were in a cabal with Wall Street. It's absurd. Robinhood makes more money when you trade. Citadel, one of the hedge funds everybody thought they were in a cabal with, makes more money when the average Robinhood trader trades, because they buy that order flow and they match it, and they make a lot of money matching it in the open market. But it did underscore systems issues in Robinhood. They are not more than just an app, Liz. They are a broker-dealer. They have responsibilities as a broker-dealer, both from a capital standpoint and a know-your-customer standpoint. And I think those are the issues they're going to have to deal with before they turn to going public. And I'm not saying they won't go public this year. Who knows? Maybe they'll get through this in a week, and we're back to planning the public offering, and they'll get their house in order fast. But that's where we are right now with Robinhood plans going public. It's on hold, and it's on hold for the reasons I laid out. Liz, back to you.
Indeed, and it's just important for people to understand that clearinghouses, whether it's Citadel Securities or whatever, they actually need to process and settle the trades. Robinhood doesn't do that, so you can look for the big boogeyman here, and there may be one at some point, but Citadel is probably not.
I think the by the way, I think the boogeyman here is like human error. And here's the thing, Liz, it's not Citadel that settles their trades. They have to comply. They have to comply with DTCC rules. That clearing corp rule, they ramped up their amount of money they had to put in for capital in the middle of last week, which meant they either had to get money or they had to cut off the trading. So they first cut off the trading.
Good work, Charlie. Thank you very much. Charlie Gasparino. All right, Dow is up 280. We're going to get you an update on Apple.